Welcome back to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with San Diego businesses and the key people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. Okay, back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We have our next guest with us, Mr. Kevin O'Brien from Merchant Warehouse. Welcome, Kevin.
Well, thank you for having me, Barry.
Great. So tell us, Merchant Warehouse, that could go a whole lot of different directions. So tell us what you do.
So we are a credit card processing and payment technology provider. We currently work with over 100,000 small and medium companies all across the country. And we also have a very unique partner program where I personally work with dozens of point of sale and payment technology providers, and they will actually integrate their software directly to our technology to help their customer base. We have a couple of different channels to reach out to as many potential customers as possible.
We'll have to tell our listeners how Kevin came across our path here, as I do a lot of work with David Morris and Hector from Proteus. They have a Proteus platform over at Pixels Business Systems, and they have this wonderful platform that puts together everything web, e-commerce, email, connects it up with a customer and a vendor management system, and connects the dots with a bookkeeping system, similar to QuickBooks, but it's
but a whole lot more
expansive. So, and you've tied in with them to help promote for all of their customers to help with the merchant services.
Yeah, so they have a very great product. It does a number of different things, and we're trying to enhance that payment experience. So we've created a new platform. It's called Genius, which integrates into any point of sale or ERP system similar to Proteus. And it allows their customers to take advantage of all the different payment types that are out there.
Yeah. Before you go too far, tell our listeners, we get so used to a lot of the terms and phraseology going on here. What's ERP and how does that tie in?
Mm-hmm. So ERP for Proteus is they provide a full business management software. So it does everything from not just the point of sale, but inventory, CRM, accounting, pretty much all across the board.
Right.
So where we integrate is into the POS or the point of sale piece of that.
Right.
So they're customers that want to take advantage of different payment types. They can use our Genius platform, which is integrated into Proteus, which is great because it's a very easy setup process. Since everything's integrated, it also enhances all of their reporting as well. Then it allows their customers to accept, credit and gift and debit, different loyalty applications, mobile wallets. And also preparing them for EMV, which I'm not sure a lot of customers are aware of. And those are the new chip and PIN cards that are on credit cards all in Europe. And we're actually the last country to adopt this type of technology. But we're going to be mandated in probably October of 2015. All businesses will be required to accept these types of credit cards. So we're a little ahead of the curve in that our Genius platform can accept those as well.
That's great. So we talked before the interview or before the show, and you are the big difference between you and your competitors. Tell us a little bit about what's the big difference between you and competitors.
So the credit card processing space is very crowded at this point. There's a lot of different players, and a lot of them do a lot of different things, but also a lot of very similar things. I think how Merchant Warehouse has differentiated ourselves in the market is providing a full payment solution for business owners. We have all of our sales, support, underwriting, development is all done in-house, which a lot of our competition does not do. And then in terms of the innovation, we're coming up with technology like the Genius platform I just described. That's unique, and we're all about educating our customers and our partners, preparing them for the future, because there's a lot going on in the payment space, and we just want to make sure that they have the best technology that's easy to install at a very affordable price.
Well, excuse me. The first thing that a lot of people like me are going to think about is security and safety of their private information.
Absolutely. That's another big part of it. We hear a lot recently about breaches at the big box retailers like Target and Neiman Marcus, but what a lot of people don't understand is that I think it's 80% of the credit card breaches that do take place happens at small businesses. And if for a lot of these folks, when that does happen, it can be catastrophic, and it's put a number of those small businesses out of business.
Well, you hear about it when something happens over at Target because they have a gazillion customers, but you don't hear about it when it happens at your local whatever you use locally here.
Dry cleaner or
dry
whatever.
cleaner,
A lot of
whatever.
the mom and pop shops, you just simply don't hear about it because they're not that big.
Right.
So yeah, we've our technology is very secure. That's part of the education process and educating the small business owners, and they want that ease of mind when they're accepting credit cards. They know that it's secure. We definitely help them do that as well.
Yeah, you're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and FinancialNewsAndTalk.com. I'm your host Barry Waxler here with my co-hosts Andrea Kay and Al Arias, and our guest is Kevin O'Brien from Merchant Warehouse. One of the things that you told us, which is interesting, is pricing. You have a special practice on how you price things.
Yep. So we do have a meter beat guarantee. So any merchant or business owner that's interested in processing with Merchant Warehouse, what we can do is take a look at an existing processing statement. Because a lot of business owners will agree they're not the easiest things to read. So that's part of the education process, is just providing a very simple and easy to understand cost analysis. Our sales reps are fully trained to perform this, so they'll take a look at the statement, provide the cost analysis, and they'll see the savings it's very high, cut and dry. And if they do have a very competitive rate, at the very least, we're just going to match that offer so they can take advantage of some of these different technology offerings and not pay additionally for switching over to us.
Right. And your customers are going to see their money in their accounts very quickly too, aren't they?
Yep. We provide next day funding. So any merchants that processing with us, they're going to see their funds. And some of our competitors, it's definitely an advantage because some of our competitors, it can take anywhere from 2 to 5 days sometimes to see their funds.
Are there any particular industries that are more the sweet spot for you as a client base or size of business?
We're very strong in retail and restaurant, but again, we have over 100,000 customers. So we have very small mom and pop shops to companies with over 100 locations.
Interesting. We've had a few franchise operations on here, so this would be something good to pass out to anybody that has multiple locations, and also a lot of sounds like you're skilled in the small transactions as well.
Exactly. We can do everything from a small business owner that wants to take credit cards for the first time to a multi-location franchise that wants to enhance their payment experience by offering very complex technology, whether it's brick and mortar, online. We provide mobile processing solutions, so we're definitely flexible.
Great. So how long's Merchant Warehouse been in business?
We've been in business for about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Our head office is in Boston, Massachusetts. We have just over 300 employees in that office, and then we just opened up a research and development office in Belfast, Ireland.
Wow.
So we have about 60 developers over there that are enhancing our current technology and also working on the latest and greatest future technologies as well.
And with a name like O'Brien, that's a great place for you to go visit, have a little fun, do your own research and development in Europe.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that trip.
Yeah.
It's the Apple Play.
The what play?
The Apple Play. We have the intellectual property in Belfast, Ireland.
Uh-huh.
You realize there's no income tax
right
in Ireland.
Oh, right. That's
nor in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Al's liking that play.
It's very cool. I'm hearing about all the intellectual property. I wonder if they have a separate operation. Now we got the answer, right?
Yeah, you got it,
and
right?
it's in the right place. So.
Okay.
Smart.
So Kevin's in trouble when he goes back to work. He's let go of some of his trade secrets here.
Well, I mean,
it's not a very well kept secret.
I'm sure that you picked up on that trade secret.
Yeah. Well, before we go too much further, Kevin, tell our listeners how they can get a hold of you and how they can find out more information on Merchant Warehouse.
Yeah, to find out more on the company, we do have a website. It's www.merchantwarehouse.com. And they can also feel free to contact me directly. My phone number is 617-756-6098. And my personal email address is kobrien@merchantwarehouse.com.
Okay. Well, you better put that phone number out again because Boston and San Diego have similar area codes there, so people don't get confused.
Yes, it's 617-756-6098.
Yeah, that is real similar to a San Diego number. And in fact, it's your first time to be in San Diego, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I arrived here on Monday, and I don't think I want to leave.
Yeah?
It's going to be tough.
It's funny. You came in this week and good friends of mine are flying back to Boston right now as we speak, and they're thinking it's going to be nice to go back there with a little bit cooler weather than what we've got here. You don't agree?
No, I'll take the 90 and sunny every day.
Yeah. Where's your accent?
I think I lost it when I went to college. I went to college in upstate New York for 4 years, so it must.
How do you lose an accent going from Boston to upstate New York?
Yeah.
Come on. I come from Philadelphia. It took me 30 years to get rid of mine. So.
Well, Mark's lost it too, though. Mark, you said before the show you're from that area as well.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have to start requiring accents for people who come on the show. I've got a question for you. PCI. You might have explained what that was before. You're right, Barry. There's so much jargon in software and in technology.
Mm-hmm.
What's the PCI?
So it's the payment card industry, and they've set certain standards for not only point of sale developers, for the merchants themselves, for compliance. So obviously with handling credit card and that sensitive information, all of our technology is fully PCI compliant. So we have documentation and letters and certifications to provide that ease of mind for the retailer or the restaurant owner. But yeah, it's a huge thing right now, and we want to make sure all of our technology is secure and compliant.
Excellent.
Great. So one of the key advantages of working with Merchant Warehouse is that you're a one-stop shop. You take care of everything in-house.
Everything's done in-house. Yep. Sales, support, our marketing. We now have 24/7, 365 support, which we just incorporated about 6 months ago, which our customers do love, because we do have customers all over the country and they operate at different hours. So if something happens at 2 a.m, they can call and speak to someone live, which they do love.
Wow. So what else?
That someone's here, not over in some other country, pretending to be American. Not that happened.
We'll keep an ear out for that Irish accent over there. Too many people go running over there.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So what else can you tell us about Merchant Warehouse before we go to break?
So we've been growing at probably a 30% clip for the past 6 years, and that was during a down economy. Our company's grown from 150 employees about 4 or 5 years ago to over 300 today.
Wow.
We're putting out technology.
I think I instilled that little bit of Irish accent in them.
I know it's coming out there now, isn't it?
We're putting out new technology. It seems like every quarter. So we have great solutions not only for our merchants, but also our developer partners like Proteus ERP. So if you develop software, point of sale technology, we definitely have a very strong partner program where there's revenue sharing opportunities for our developers.
Great.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's definitely, and that's something I'm directly involved with. So any point of sale developer, feel free to reach out to us and we can talk about our partner program as well.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, we want to thank you for being here. We have a nice gift from you from our sponsors today, Fresh Healthy Vending and Sombrero. So you can, while you're here, you can try some good Mexican food.
That's right.
Sombrero.
We have the best here in San Diego.
And Dr. C, in case you decide to come back and you want to work on the health issues. So we want to thank you for being with us. It's been a great interview. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We're here where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. When we come back, we will have our final guest of the day, Miss Maria Barry from Le Demora.